Average Male Podcast, the one and only show about a podcast. I'm your host, comedian Chris Mosley. Gentlemen,
I'm Outlaw. You can follow me at The Last of Outlaw. And always remember, I am what I am.
Yo, it's your boy Frank Mucus, a.k.a. Young Up the Stream. And
I like that.
A.k.a. Young Up the Stream. And you can follow me at Who is Baccii. That's Who is Baccii.
Two C's
and two I's.
And two I's. You're a dick.
Yep, that's very true.
Stop, nigga. This is precautions.
My nigga, nobody's in here.
You got pets.
We scoped this shit out for 3 weeks.
Pets.
Chris's not in here.
Fuck. And then when a fucking parrot come flying at your ass, then it's.
I'm not scared of a parrot. I'm scared of police, nigga.
I'm scared of parrots, nigga. They can snitch.
Put your fucking ski mask on.
Oh look, parrots have rainbows. The kind of shit's not.
Oh my fucking god, yo, put your ski mask on so we fucking don't get caught in this motherfucker. You already know, man. Went to the fucking dollar store, got these shits so that we can be in fucking
Yo,
cognito.
bro, what?
Shut the fuck up and put your mask on, bro. They ain't never did no shit like this before, my nigga.
Why would you?
Just make sure your eyes is open when
You
you
got
pulling
toddler pantyhose, nigga.
You ready to do this shit, my nigga?
Oh Lord,
You ready to do this shit, my
I
nigga?
can't see.
Yeah, you big for nothing, my nigga. You don't need to see. What the fuck is wrong with your Outlaw? Put this shit the fuck on,
I
my
feel
nigga.
like Spider-Man.
Bro, you're not Spider-Man. You look like a fucking vagina giving birth to a rhino.
I can breathe though. Yeah.
Yo, my nigga, yo, what's that Pokemon that blow up? The ball one?
How I look, man?
Yo, you look fucking stupid.
Well, I don't want to look good.
Yo, don't worry about how the fuck you look.
You think he'll notice me? Along with
My nigga, where the fuck is this pizza? I ordered a pizza like an hour ago. I timed this shit perfectly so that we can have something to eat. He shouldn't be here any minute now. Let me see what the fuck is up with that.
I hate the food challenge. I feel like I don't got cable.
Nah, my nigga, you need to look at this shit and learn, you know what I mean? This nigga just cooked beef brisket in his toast house.
His candles going. You might burn the house.
Damn, nigga, that's fucking breeze. Nigga, you took a shit in the broken toilet. Yo!
How's your daughter, man? How's your
You know what I'm saying? She don't got. She in that question phase. So it's like she asked me mad questions that like I gotta Google the answer for so I don't look like I'm stupid.
How much for this?
Things might be crazy with the guys and shit, but you know, I think we're really having a connection, man. I think this is really forming something positive.
Who the hell buys sardines, bro?
I'm starting to smell my own smells.
Well, I mean, that's because you blew out ocean breeze.
Still gonna tear the fuck up.
What you think he's doing right now?
He's probably spending our change.
I bet you this nigga's driving down the street listening to some bullshit like Nelly featuring Timmy Girl.
Nah, he's listening to Linkin Park.
It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind as deciding this rhyme and explain it to all.
No. I put my trust in you. Go high. Hold on. One, two, three. I put my trust.
Put my trust in you. I don't know why niggas don't fuck with sardines more, man. I fuck with the Deans, man. I fuck with the Deanies.
Hold on, I think I hear it.
Home sweet home. Yeah, play Paradise. There we go. Home sweet home. Man, this is so nice, man. It's just nice. Finally getting some privacy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hello. What the fuck are y'all doing here? Didn't we already just have a thing about Baccii breaking in
How can you even see us?
I know Baccii. See you? What the fuck are you call these disguises? What the fuck? Fisher Price, my first fish.
Bullshit ass disguises.
Oh, I thought
Fuck that. Where's the change, bitch?
Change? Change?
You gonna get out.
Listen.
You know out.
I understand that you guys are upset, but got my change, bitch.
Make sure you get his stars.
What in the Pulp Fiction? What the fuck? What the fuck up? What the fuck is the change? What the fuck? Are you guys serious? What the Pulp Fiction is this? What? You guys trying to rape me? What the fuck is this, bro? Oh man, is that me? Shut up. What the fuck? Where the fuck is the check? What the fuck are you talking about? You need that shit, nigga. We done calculated $47.62. God damn it, Miley! That wasn't in the script! Yeah, it's kind of fire! I'm gonna fucking kill you, my nigga!
Man, they got plenty niggas around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on them keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Mind your fucking business, man.
I see you took my kindness for weakness. Because you're a dumb boy with limited thinking ability.
Hold on.
You're a dumb boy with limited thinking ability.
Look,
Hold on.
he's frozen.
Yo, stop.
He's frozen.
Wait, this nigga said ability.
This nigga is like the black doctor accent. I respect your ability.
You should not be beefing with anybody that says that you don't have abilities.
NBA Youngboy.
Yo, that's an OD mindfuck. But yo, look, Cuz is paused. He's in freeze frame. Look.
Acting like you.
That's scary.
Be known with mob ties connected. But I talked to your brother. I believe every word he said.
Cuz
You
is
know
paused on the
Shut
screen.
up.
been solid with me. I've known
This nigga just doesn't know when to shut up. Like, just let us watch the video, my nigga. I hate when niggas do that.
your brother for years and never witnessed no weak shit. So OG3, we good. But you seem to be dumber than a box of rocks. So you despise wisdom. What you should be mad about is the lie you living. And the weak-ass security being asleep in front of your house. I bet he lied to you about being asleep. That's free game I just gave you, but it probably went over your head. Let me say this to you, little homie. You're not a friend or enemy today. Let's keep it that way, no matter how hot it gets in Texas. By the way, I'm minding my business. You just too dumb to know Texas is my business. And I will give you whatever you ask for, good or bad. I'm done.
Cut that nigga off.
Yeah.
Cut that nigga off, man.
Sorry, I focus you, but we don't want to hear you.
Yeah, nah, you too.
You gotta pay us to get hurt on this.
You too average.
Actually, you gotta allow us to pay you so you can put us on your picture.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Some shit. But I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the
Baccii
advice?
don't want to know how I feel
the
about
advice.
it because we had an offshore conversation about this, and
advice.
Baccii was basically saying that he didn't want me to put my 2 cents into it, not because that it's bad or is good. It's just it's just a real critique. I mean, I feel like if you put something online, you should be available to an actual critique because you're critiquing somebody that can go to social media as it did. So how could he be upset that somebody may have an adverse opinion against him?
No.
I'm gonna take the bullet real quick for you, Outlaw.
Go ahead.
Metaphorically speaking, in a sense.
Go ahead.
I agree with that, but I also agree with that a lot of these older niggas, respect to JPrince, of course, when they don't understand the internet, I don't even really want to have dialogue with them. You know what I mean? Especially with someone that likes to use tactics like that or think that they can, do certain things or do certain things. Not think they can, because obviously he did it. I don't even like to have the dialogue. You know what I mean? Because, and that's why it wasn't that I didn't want to talk about it, but I just feel like, if it take JPrince out of it, if my uncle with bodies or alleged whatever around him is talking crazy to somebody on Instagram, I'm gonna tell him, yo, don't pay him no mind because he doesn't get this Instagram shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like YoungBoy didn't even want to go public. I feel like when you would get addressed publicly, you gotta respond publicly. But he didn't even look like he even really wanted to be on that fucking camera talking about what the fuck happened in his house. He looked like he wanted to do something about it the same way any man would. So I didn't want to, quiet your voice. It's just
Chris, you want to
tyrant. He'll be like, man, fuck these niggas.
I mean, my thing is like anything that you put on the internet, regardless of what the fuck it is it's open for criticism. You just gotta be ready to do that shit. Even with old dudes. I mean, it's the same thing with motherfucking Birdman pulling up to Charlemagne. I mean, Birdman probably didn't understand the intricacies of the internet, but at the same time, Charlemagne has some points. He was like, well, you didn't pull up on Trick Daddy like that. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know. I feel like it's all, I don't know. I feel like it's just tactics. I don't know. I feel like people choose the targets that are easiest for them to go after at the end of the day.
NBAYoungBoy is not an easy target.
To JPrince, yeah, he definitely is. Fuck?
I think any young nigga with artillery is not an easy target for anyone.
I
don't think you should think of them that way. I think these niggas are dangerous.
No, I think a young nigga with artillery compared to a nigga who has quote unquote mob ties, like, yeah, I think you're an easy target because you're comparing a nigga with guns to a militia. You're not. You're talking about different ball games. You're talking about organized crime.
Respect the mob ties.
Yeah, we're talking about organized crime here. We're talking about racketeering. We're talking about different shit. We're talking about paying off possibly government informants to look past shit. Like we're past that. We're past that. I'm sure JPrince has paid off quite a few boys in blue to look past some shit. So it is what it is.
I just feel like I fuck with New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? And, that's where NBAYoungBoy resides, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He fuck with Kevin Gates. I'm sure some way, shape, and form he gotta fuck with Currency because I can't see how Currency could be such an OG in New Orleans and nobody be tapped in with him. So
that's a fact.
The people that he has on his side is real solid street niggas that crossed over into the rap game and is handling they situations and their business very well, you know what I'm saying? As for JPrince, ever since this whole Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff, I used to hear a lot of good things about rap a lot. Not good things but just household things. Like, I knew there was a such thing called rap a lot. If I heard it, I would know that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I feel like now he's really tarnishing his brand with the way he's doing certain social media runs when it comes down to beef.
And that's
I feel like a person that is his age, like, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. And I was just about to say, my main point is, honestly, in my opinion, JPrince is too old for this. He's too old to be doing this.
Now, think about it, right?
Like,
if JPrince got goons, right?
Yep.
Let's say his goons just come from like 20 years old. So say like his goons was like 20 when he first came in the game, or 19 or 18.
Yeah.
I believe now, as hip-hop has evolved, and he's one of the pioneers of hip-hop, especially in the Texas area.
Yep.
Houston for most that don't know.
Yep. Texas, Houston. Go ahead.
And he's at a point where.
Do you think he's gotten too big?
I think that his goons are really old. I don't think that they should be.
He got sons that got but.
And his sons probably got baby mamas, and they need to worry about child support and figuring out how they gonna get their kids to the next destination or prove to their court that, you know what I'm saying, they actually have a residence that they can raise their child in.
It's a different time than JPrince.
I think that his mind, and if a nigga that's gonna tell somebody about abilities, right?
Abilities.
If you have the ability to realize who you are, you wouldn't even get involved in this. You would have did exactly what NBAYoungBoy said and said, yo, he just said, I talked to your brother. So if you talk,
no, but this
it's just I love me doing the voice
that's what makes it entertaining.
I'm half joking when I say these things.
Because when you put yourself out there, you put yourself out to critique.
Yes.
If he would have been out there talking if these young boys don't get it together and they don't realize their abilities, then their brothers are not doing the right thing, and therefore I wouldn't be making fun of him because he's saying some real shit.
No,
I would go past it.
I'm
going to hear your accent, especially coming from New York, when you're out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have hit NBAYoungBoy, or you could have called his brother and said, yo, I got this boy keys. We done talked to them boys. I may know them boys or something like that. I don't want them to get involved in anything. Can we just squash this? I'm the OG. I'm doing this here. Nobody needs to get hurt. Boom. If they choose to then go together and be like, yo, can I go on social media, young boy, and tell niggas that, you know what I'm saying? The OGs out here is protecting the young niggas.
Yep.
Then that was the right move.
Yep.
The move you did, just because you a gangster, I'm going to respect you and I'm going to say that was wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna
it
bet
just,
you one
it just
further.
didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
I'm gonna bet you one further, Outlaw, and
it
say
didn't make
that
sense.
No, whether you're OG, young G, niggas should stop being on the internet talking about crime.
No,
Fucking
no,
point blank
because it
period.
starts when we see people like that doing it. Like when young niggas see people like that doing it, how can they respect not doing it? If the old niggas is still doing it, or the old niggas is doing it like we doing it, and they mirage with us.
That's what I'm saying.
Why? How do we not?
None of them.
What? Put out the joint?
Oh no, yeah.
The young niggas.
No. Put out the one that's burning.
The young niggas is copying the old niggas. I mean, the
Thank
old
you,
niggas is
gentlemen.
copying the young
Thank you.
niggas.
Burning.
There you go. You're a gentleman. There
You
you
heard?
go.
Fuck yo.
Yep.
Fuck your roach.
The old
Fuck
niggas
your
is
roach.
copying the young niggas, bro.
I
It's not-
know.
you can't.
The
Like,
wrong one.
That's so
yo, Outlaw, you heard?
Yeah.
Outlaw.
What?
This nigga. Yo, the old niggas is copying the young niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
so how
none of
do
these
the
niggas
young
should-
people respect not doing the social media stuff
Can I
when
keep it
the
a buck?
OGs are doing it?
Can I tell you why? Can I
That's
tell
a
you why?
fact.
And I'm gonna keep it a whole 100. It's almost like I can't say nothing to these niggas in a certain sense because I'm gonna give you my perspective of how I see this shit.
Let's not say
And why.
niggas. Let's say that niggas what we addressing.
man. We talking about men. We talking about gentlemen.
All right, let me
demographic.
understand. Let me give you perspective on why it's hard for me to even grasp my head around some of the things that these young gentlemen do.
Yeah.
I was born in 93. When I was 13,
Okay.
it was 2007. I started catching cases and shit. These niggas had my MySpace. This wasn't even Instagram, right? These niggas, the cops had my MySpace, detectives, or whatever the case may be, right? I'm also from a small place where if you talk about somebody, you're gonna see them that day, so you watch what you say about niggas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't get how these niggas could be more gun happy than I am, going to jail more than I ever did, and don't know that niggas is watching your fucking social media. And the old heads know this, so I don't even really get how to talk to some of these niggas that like how do you not know this?
That's my whole point. The whole thing, like I said, as much as I respect JPrince and I do, because, you know, like I said, OG. It's just a really confusing move. I don't know. It's just a really confusing thing to do. I don't know. It felt like something unnecessary that he didn't really have to do, that he did anyway. I don't know. I can't really. I mean, at some point, yeah, he was giving him at least some knowledge, you know, in between the jabs.
No, he gave us all the knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We should not know what the hell is
Yeah.
going on. Like,
The
why
fuck?
should I know JPrince and NBAYoungBoy have beef? This is the problem with the internet, my nigga. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like, there's been some niggas I don't even really want to talk about it, but once you go on the internet, it's over.
But look at the video when he actually, the original video, he's
shit
crouched
required
down,
editing.
jail pose, dark. I don't even think they had a video light on. The niggas was I was like, why are y'all crouched down? Why couldn't y'all stand up? That was weird. And I guess he wanted to show he still had good knees. That could make sense.
Squats.
No, still disrespect. You got
Squats,
really
yeah.
good. He has really good knees.
Squats
'Cause
is
I
important.
know he got to be like 40, going on 50, or at least in his early 50s, and he got to have some CMOS or something like that. Because he was like, they don't know, like nigga, I'm out here, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
How you can fight crab style, nigga. What you talking about?
I said, Tektuken. All right,
I'm
and that
very
goes
judgmental. Fuck outta
into, you know, because we were shouting out somebody's business, and, you know, he's Aboriginal. I don't like to call people black or to call people African American because it's like a false title. It's like where are you from? If I say yo, he's an African American, it doesn't like make you like what else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like if I ask somebody if in Africa where you from, they'd be like, oh, I'm from Ghana and the Eastern Village, or right next to the DS and the border. That's a number. And then, you actually be like, yo, you that specific.
Oh, okay.
Where you
Jesus
from?
Christ.
I'm from the Bronx. We're part of the Bronx.
From a
though,
nigga
right
who's
there.
actually like fucked with a South African chick, holy shit! Like my nigga, like what in the world was that? Like goddamn, no bitch from
I just
Johannesburg
believe, like,
don't sound like
somehow,
that.
some way,
like
that
son,
they have a language that goes,
that's what I'm saying. No bitch from Johannesburg sound like that. Like Jesus Christ, tone it down. This nigga talking Zamunda right now. This nigga speaking Zamunda.
Bundi Samananda.
This nigga is crazy. Oh man,
But that's like a happy language. That's why, like, if I'm happy, that's how I sound. Like, you get some pussy. Hana the mundu banamana. Dumbondo di samada.
God, this nigga meditate the pussy. God damn, this nigga.
You get money?
Crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. Not to bring it back to corn and porn, but I definitely done put tribal in that search bar.
Damn, have I ever? Nah, I do. Yeah, cause I be weird. Cause I be it sucks, yo. Cause like I be wanting to see like the village titties.
Ooh, the village date.
Cause I be like, yo, son, I want to see how like the guys look at great titties in the village.
Yeah, this nigga crazy.
And like it be so trash. Like, their titties be mad.
Nigga, it's all perspective. Like we've been spoiled here. We've been spoiled here with supple titties.
Yo, tribal titties is
That's
trash.
what I'm
Cause they be
saying.
breastfeeding, yo. They fucking kids
Nah, there's
be
definitely
like,
some bitches out here with tribal titties.
Oh, exactly.
oh, no, that's a fact.
on,
Any
son.
girl that smokes cigarettes and have
son.
2 kids got tribal titties.
Oh wow. Oh wow. She's from the tribe of nicotine. That's a whole fact, yo. Oh man.
But, a lot of people be having problems with black businesses mainly because that they feel that damn.
Well, no, I mean, well, let's start about what what started this whole like idea is just like me and Baccii, we were out the other night just trying to find Jamaican food, and what we just noticed is that these niggas don't have no set times. Like
Them niggas
Google don't they don't give a fuck about what a Google review say.
No, they don't even know how they got on Google.
Word.
Them niggas don't know how they got on Google. Some white man was just like, I loved the rice and peas here. I need and you're not on Google?
Oh, man.
No, let me work your keywords for you. Let me
Right? Yeah.
do your,
No, you don't gotta pay
website.
me. You don't gotta pay me. Her in the back. I want her. I want her in the back. Yep, that's right. The one that smells like oxtail. I want her.
I gotta shout out though some black businesses. Like I remember I was getting my hair braided by the Jamaicans, and one of them said to me, "Yo, you married?" And I said, "No." She said, "You want to be?"
That's forward.
And it's no. She didn't want to marry me. It's just like they keep people that need citizenship. So it's like
I know.
I could have made like $5,000.
That's just very aggressive.
It was like my 3rd time getting my hair braided there.
Oh wow. Well, you know.
I mean, once you go back 3 times,
well, she
you're
definitely
family.
felt comfortable at that point. She was just like, you know what? He's been here 3 times. 3 is the magic number. Let me ask this nigga if he wants to scam.
Shout out to you, Tifa. You already know the vibes.
Oh
White
man, I
Plains,
like that. That's bold.
But nah, yeah, them niggas just close whenever there's like less than 2 meals an hour being sold. We was sick to the motherfucker, man. Like, and Outlaw had a good take. What, remember what you said off camera about how hard it is to support black business sometimes?
God, you gonna sound like an Uncle Tom.
I
Did I just throw him under the
business.
bus?
Nah, that's a fact.
Just threw this nigga
under the bus?
No, it's just hard to
Explain
support.
yourself.
But it's
Say
hard.
what you said to the congregation.
Nah, it's hard to support certain black businesses because it's just like they don't be having a business together, and I don't think that a black business is just somebody that has a business, but somebody that's supporting a business, an advertiser, a brand ambassador, some way, shape, or form. You're allocating a business from your representation, and sometimes when I feel like. And I can call this out because it's my own people. I can see if it was an outsider saying it, and I would feel like it would be more harsh. But I feel like if it's an insider saying it, it's something to look at because I try to be a professional in what I do and greet everybody with a smile. And I greet them with enthusiasm. And I try to let them know that I'm on the side of doing the right thing. And as long as you do the right thing, I'll always be a good person to you. The moment when you step out of pocket is the moment where I'll have to question you, and then I'll give you distance. But I just think that's how you should just go about it. But sometimes I feel like in black businesses they give you not black businesses, or when a black person is supporting a business, or you go into a McDonald's and it's like 3 black girls at the 3 Aboriginal girls or 3 indigenous girls at the at
This
the register.
And it's funny because black girls be like, nigga, don't call me no
Aboriginal,
Aboriginal.
nigga, what?
Nigga.
They don't want to be called the
Aboriginal?
Aboriginal.
I'm not Aboriginal, I'm the original.
You know, that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Like, yo, you better stop. Yeah, you better stop.
Aboriginal sound like it comes
Exactly.
with fur.
Yeah, exactly.
So what about indigenous?
What about indigenous? Indigenous to what? The streets or like
Native to the land,
what land?
Castle Hill.
America.
Like that's a whole lot of
Indigenous
motherfuckers.
to Castle Hill.
That's a whole lot
You
of
don't think
motherfuckers.
that black people are from here?
What? I think that the black people from everywhere. There's
Exactly.
millions of
So
people
exactly.
everywhere,
So
like-
that's why I say Aboriginal, because we are from everywhere. We are from the planet.
I mean, listen, white people are from the
That's
planet.
what that
Asian,
means.
Asian people are from the planet, nigga. They the most populated. There's more Asian people on this planet than anybody else.
But if they're descendants of black culture, then what does that make them?
I mean, look, you want to start calling Asian people black?
Make them dry.
Do you think that there's more black Asians, or you think there's more white Asians?
I know there's more white Asians. There's not more black Asians.
I think that you think that because of their TV, not because of realistics. I think if you went to China or you went anywhere around there, you realize there are more darker tone Chinese people than there are.
Nigga, have you been to
lighter-toned
China?
Chinese people. I know a lot of dark skinned Chinese people.
I know a lot of what? Come on.
I do.
I mean,
If let's go down the mountains. 'Cause
Even if you do know a lot of dark skinned Chinese people, I doubt that there's more dark skinned.
most Filipinos you're gonna see are gonna be brown tone.
Yes,
right?
yes, Filipinos, yes,
Okay.
Taiwanese, Vietnamese,
Exactly,
yes,
exactly.
Those
They're
are
gonna be-
southern Asian
All right,
countries.
so
yeah.
that you just named 3 people off the rip that are brown cultures, brown Chinese.
Yes,
cultures.
but China outshoots their population. All of them.
What culture in China is an actual like
What do you mean, what
complected
culture?
white culture?
What do you mean? They're light skinned. They're light skinned. They're all when you go to China, and basketball players have even said this. They aren't racist towards black people. They look at black people like, holy shit, like I've never seen a black person like that. Basketball players have said this. So that already shows me that in China, that black skin like us, our phenotype, the way that we look, is not a common thing.
I think Chinese black and American black is 2 different looks.
But we're talking about black as I believe us.
Like if they see
right?
a brown skinned Chinese person, it's like a Dominican.
you
It's like
wouldn't call-
a Dominican seeing a lighter toned Dominican and a dark skinned Dominican. They
Well,
like
I
the
think
lighter tone.
Filipinos
but
are
a
the
Taiwanese-
Asian
What happened?
Dominicans. This nigga saying Filipinos are the Asian Dominicans.
No. Well, I'm saying there's Puerto Ricans do that too. A lot of races do that, where they like their people to be lighter toned because it's more appropriate for commercial
but the
culture.
difference is that a
Jesus
dark
is
skinned
white
Puerto
in their
Rican
eyes.
can look like me or you. A Filipino, it's less of a chance of them looking like me or you. Or Taiwanese, a dark skinned Taiwanese, less of a
Well,
chance.
how
of them
dark you
looking
gotta be to get denied service?
I guess that depends how far
I
south
think
you are.
that. I
In
think
America.
if you look black Chinese, you're gonna get the service.
Outlaw, you're dark, but you're pretty light skinned. You've been denied service before?
Yes.
Yeah, and see, yeah.
Oh, I actually have a really good story.
Tell
So
the
one
story.
time, it was
I
Where's the
recently-
weed? Well, we need weed for this story.
Yeah, nah, give him.
Outlaws Diatribes here on the Average Male Podcast. You can get that every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Get your lighters, get your readies, because we're ready. And we're about to go into a story about black denial here by Outlaw, Chris Comedy, and who is Baccii?
Yes.
2 C's and 2 I's. Remember that.
The diatribe. Oh man,
Stand up for your right.
it's always nice.
So, me and my mother, when we first moved to the Bronx, because we moved from Brooklyn, I was about like 8 or 9 years old, and we lived by Little Italy. And if anybody knows Little Italy, it's like, it literally looks like Manhattan in the Bronx. Like, it's weird. It's like you can go from the jungle, and then you can go to Little Italy, and it's like it looks like you're on like Spring Street or something like that, or like just some inner Soho block. And we went to this pizza shop. I believe they closed down, but I don't know. They might be still open. It's at like the corner. The moment you get there by the cash, the checkout. Oh, but right in front of St. Boniface Hospital, right? So me and my mother went to go to get some pizza because we just left Fordham for shopping and we just wanted to grab some pizza so we could have something to eat.
That's the best quick meal.
You know?
This nigga just
Some
left.
za?
He just left.
Dollar slice.
He just left from getting a Carhartt.
I think state property was popping, so I think I just got a state property. No, I wasn't bugging.
You remember whoever? This
I'm
nigga remember
not.
everybody that was hot. I'm sorry.
No, because I mean it's my age. I have well, I can't say I have photographic memory anymore because there's another word for it now. But I believe that photographic is the best way to say it because I'm not reading anything. But So yeah, we go to the pizza shop and we walk in. You know, it was like 6 white people in there, like older white people, and they're real Italians. You know what I'm saying? And because you know it is Little Italy, and when we had went in there, we had my mom like politely asked, "Hey, can I get a pizza pie to go?" And they said, "No, there's only the oven's off and it's broken." And
There's a pizza shop on Fordham.
it's no, it's on Little Italy.
Oh, what? In Little Italy? This is even more offensive.
Yeah.
The fuck? How your shit broke in Little Italy? This is the place you
So
would
this is
go.
probably like 1998, 1999, like
Oh,
around
wow.
there. You know what I'm saying? And
This motherfucker's getting Spike Lee.
well, word, they didn't do the right thing.
No.
And we went in there and they said they said we can only give you cold pizza. And my mom was like, why would we go to a restaurant to get cold food?
Yeah.
And they was like, well, that's all we can give you. And we walked out. Now, when I was young, I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because but because my memories are now photographic and I can think about the things while being older and having the mind that I have, I was like, oh, we were being like racially profiled and they didn't want us to get service because we were black, and at that time you could still kind of be a little bit racist because it's like, what are you gonna do? The cops
Yelp didn't exist.
You
couldn't call motherfuckers out on Yelp for being racist.
Dude, who cares?
You know what's crazy? My denial story comes from a pizza shop as well. We were down south.
First off, that's the problem with niggas. Y'all be in too many pizza shops. I've enjoyed pasta, but I still try. I try to make that shit at home because it's very easy to make pasta. It's not a hard dish to make. Y'all niggas be going to these places where these niggas reside at. You be going to their block.
Have you ever been denied service before?
What? At
any establishment?
At any establishment? Ooh, that's
because of your race.
I think I have been denied service at a couple of Spanish restaurants.
No, like blatantly racist. Like,
blatantly racist?
Like
nah.
Like without calling you nigger, like you can't eat here.
Ooh, I got to think about that.
To not get racially profiled as a black man, you got to make pasta at home. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen.
So I was down south. And first off, getting pizza down south should just be a hate crime in itself because down south don't got good pizza.
They don't got good Chinese food either.
They don't got good anything that we got up here. They don't got good.
They got good stuff, but it's like their traditional stuff. They don't got anything good.
Chicken.
That's like
you gotta be ready to wait.
They have great coleslaw. If you want to get good coleslaw,
yeah. If you want like any southern food,
grits.
yeah. But if you want to
great grits,
dabble into the cultures, no.
You want some Scrabble? Fuck, look up Scrabble. If you don't know what the fuck Scrabble is,
isn't it weird?
Look it up. It's disgusting.
Thai food from anywhere.
I've never tried Thai food down south.
I'm
always surprised when I just see Asian
everywhere.
people down south anyway. It always catches me off guard. Like,
Asian people are everywhere.
Yo, but
that's
anyway.
what you just said. They're like overpopulated.
But anyway, we're on our way to the Outer Banks. And we get caught in traffic, and you know that down south traffic where it's just 2 hours of just a 2-lane road and nothing on the side but fucking cornfields.
Yep.
So we see this big sign that says pizza shop up a mile ahead, Stingrays. Now, mind you, I got to give some context to this story. It's me, my Puerto Rican cousin Aki, who has mad tattoos. Shout out to Aki.
Yeah.
My white aunt, her Jewish husband, and their mixed baby, when mixed by like 2 whites, like Jewish white and like regular white baby. Shout out my cousin Harper. She's damn near grown now. So we on our way down there, whatever. We see, okay, up ahead a mile. We go inside. When we walk in, you might as well have heard the Leonard Skinner stop, just slow. The Fog Hat stop, just slow ride. It was over.
It was about to be a slow ride for you
now,
niggas.
mind you, we gotta pee, we gotta get some food. Now, I'm just so New York minded. Me and Ak, we just walk in and we just sit down.
Yep.
And all the camouflage jumpsuits stopped and looked at us, right? Now, me and Dave, we like, oh, they don't want us sitting here. Now, mind you, they got like fine dining out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't a regular plate. These niggas is eating off a metal plate, of a real plates.
Yeah.
So now I look over, my aunt is having an argument at the front. We go to the front. They like, nah, you can't eat here. We like, yo, we need to use the bathroom. They like, no, you can't use the bathroom. The bathroom is for customers. And like, but we want to eat. And they're like, no, you're just gonna use the bathroom and leave. That's what they all say. Yo, so my aunt, who's white and has never been denied service before, is spazzing out, and I'm looking at her like, yo, you are gonna get us Mississippi burned out this motherfucker. Let's get in this fucking car and go. Fuck stingrays. These niggas is gonna poison us.
Yep.
Let's get the fuck up out of here.
Fuck.
And the whole way we were just fucking. That shit was like.
That was the quietest ride
Yo.
that I had ever had. After that
serious radio didn't cut back on the whole way.
No, that's a whole fact. Listen.
Yo. And they were pissed about it for us, but like that shit was scary.
You know, like, so like thank you for everybody for supporting and stuff like that, because this feels really good, and you know we're gonna do our best to continue to do what we do, and it's hard. But you know, what's the point of doing something if you gotta complain about it? It's about getting it done, and that's what we want to do.
That's the fact.
So this is the Average Male Podcast, and you can subscribe to the channel because we will upload new content every Tuesday.
Average M
at
Podcast.
2 p.m. Ladies
Average
and gentlemen.
M Podcast. Follow at Average M Podcast, please.
It'll
please.
be
And like as always, we upload
here
every Tuesday at 2 p.m. As always, man, the Average Male Podcast. We're here, the one and only show about a podcast, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man.
Thank you. You can follow me at The Last of Outlaw. And you already know, man, we are where we are.
Baccii.
Follow me at OnlyFans/WhoIsBaccii.
There we go. Plug in the OnlyFans.
And he always has a sale, which really, he's a good marketer.
It's not good content, though.
Because he realized that 79 cents was a good market,
subscribed.
but he went down to 74 cents.
It's not good
and it was a
content.
really good market for him. And now he's doing voyeurism and ASMR.
I don't know.
You know, so
I also live stream me watching Sling Blade.
Okay, well.
and you can watch him like Netflix and chill with his dog. That's really dope. I really subscribe to him to watch him because it's like they always have a good conversation during the movie.
This is gross.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always take a bunch of
It's
mushrooms.
weird when he like licks your shoulder and you kind of be like, oh, get off, nigga, you nasty.
Nah,
But other than that, it's pretty cool.
Because I take a lot of shrooms before we do that, so it's like he's licking me into another dimension.
All right.
That's a fact.
And you can follow me at Chris Comedy NY. This has been Average Male Bestiality.
Follow him.
Apparently.
The star of the show, ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
gonna fight next.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Key to stop.
Yo, I'll choke this nigga
the
out.
fucking Chris and Baccii fight.
I'm choking that out.
Y'all gotta wear gloves. Like y'all gotta be like a real boxing match.
Yeah.
It won't be our first.
Like-
Probably won't be our last.
Yeah.
I would love to see y'all fighting stances in real life.
Be
That
like
would be dope.
Footloose.
People always have weird fighting stances.
Nah, yeah, always.
All right. Average Male Podcast out.
Man, first this motherfucker Baccii breaks into Outlaw's crib. Then these motherfuckers somehow break into my crib and then fucking kidnap me. This ain't over.
Damn, son, this nigga smacked the fucking how high up this nigga, son. I hope you can come back to episode 6. Do we have to find somebody else?
Today would have went well if we would have got that $37.62.